You're tuned in to the Kansas City Weather Report, your daily source for the latest local forecast right here in KC. Whether you're planning your commute, weekend barbecue, or just trying to figure out if you need that extra layer, Wes has you covered. So let's dive into today's forecast.
Welcome to the Kansas City Weather Report. I'm meteorologist Wes Perry. Today is Wednesday, March 25th, and here is what's up with the weather. I'm sorry I was gone for so long. I'm sorry you missed me. I took a whopping 4 days off from work. I still did do some work, but I forgot my podcast stuff, so wasn't able to do a podcast. But thankfully, there really has been not much going on with the weather. It does pick up in activity for the next couple of days and then really picks up next week. So I'm back just in time for something to actually happen with the weather. We shall recap what happened on Saturday, though. And that is Saturday, it was 93 degrees, the hottest March day on record. In fact, it was like almost one of the hottest April days on record, had that actually occurred in April, but it didn't. Pretty hot. Now we're in for probably another couple of 90-degree days for today and for tomorrow. The humidity, though, will be a little bit higher for this round of 90-degree heat as compared to the last round last week. And so that's why it may not be 93 degrees. But I mean, it's pretty close. It is pretty close. This morning, pretty nice. 45, 50-ish degrees out the door. If you're leaving after 7 a.m., if you're listening to me after 7 a.m., it's probably closer to 55. Real warm. Lunchtime, 75. This afternoon, pretty much 90. But the heat index is only 90 as well, so it's not bad. Dinner time, it's probably like 85 to 90 degrees still. Then overnight tonight and Thursday morning, it is like 65 degrees. On Thursday morning, the humidity is increasing a little bit. I think you'll notice the humidity on Thursday. Dew points, how we measure the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, those are in the 50s to near 60. So that's a noticeable amount of moisture. Thursday, again, it is pretty much 90 degrees, slight chance for an afternoon shower. Better rain chances overall 7 o'clock and afterward. And I think 10 o'clock and onward is when some scattered showers and thunderstorms will start to move through. The earlier they develop and move through, the better chance they have to tap into that afternoon heat and humidity. But really, any storms that pass through Thursday and Friday could produce some gusty wind and some hail. The rain is probably gone for Friday. I mean, a 20% chance of rain before 7 a.m. Temperatures on Friday morning are probably near 40-ish. It feels like about freezing, a little bit of a breeze. And then we'll get up to about 50 to 55 for Friday with some sunshine by the afternoon. The weekend is fantastic. About 60 for Saturday, 75 for Sunday. It's gorgeous. It's great. It's awesome. Cherish it. The last weekend of March before the wet weather of April starts to kick in. Monday, it is still like 80 to 85 degrees. Becomes windy. By the way, the Royals game, opening season home game, is Monday. The wind will be blowing out of the south, so it's going to put that new fence to test, Which, I mean, it's a south wind, and so that generally helps out the ball at Kauffman usually, but they did some sort of study, and it was like the wind direction actually doesn't help out. And if you think about it, a lot of the baseball games are in the spring, or rather are in the summer, and that's predominantly a southerly wind direction. So maybe I'm wrong here, but that's just off the top of my head. Would make sense meteorologically to me. Anywhom, it's looking pretty wet. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then pull something up. Yeah, looks pretty wet through the whole weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Starts to get a little better for Tuesday, but honestly, it looking pretty wet. We could use some rain, but it would also be nice to not rain 7 days in a row. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I mean, several days of rain definitely on the table here. And we'll have to keep an eye on things Wednesday-ish. Wednesday-ish. That's when we may be able to make it into the 70s and the 80s. Then a Thursday cold front. We'll just say Tuesday through Thursday with the chances of rain and the warmth. Eventually, when a cold front sweeps through here, that's when we have a better chance for get some thunderstorms. Those could be a little bit on the stronger side as well. But I mean, this is definitely a signal for a soggy period from, roughly Monday, March 30th through again, roughly Monday. That would be April 6th. That is 7 days. That's 1 week right there. So it really could be a week of sogginess. Which again, April showers bring May flowers. Hear those showers part. And as a reminder, do not plant anything, okay? Don't do it. It's going to be sub-freezing on Saturday morning. In fact, it was 28 degrees on Monday morning. So don't do it yet. Give it like another month or so before you start to do any planting. Then you'll be good. Okay, recapping the forecast. It is like 90 degrees today and tomorrow. A good chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms Thursday evening into early Friday. Friday's in the 50s, near 60 for Saturday, 75 for Sunday, 80s Monday and Tuesday, 70s Wednesday and Thursday. And I got to say, with this soggy weather that's showing up Wednesday through Friday, it may be like in the 40s to near 50 for a high there. If it is indeed cloudy, rainy, it could definitely be in the 50s for a few days in there as well. So big pattern shift possible later on next week for early April. All right, thanks so much for joining me, everybody, for this edition of the Kansas City Weather Report. You can find me on social media at Wes Weather. If you're a beta app tester, again, thank you. I'm getting closer and closer every day to actually putting this stuff in the App Store. But I just put in a pretty big update today. It's a multi-day process. Anyway, every day now on the 10-day gives you detailed hourly information. But keep in mind, once you get like more than 3 days out, hourly forecasts are not very reliable. And I kind of tell you that each time when you pull out a day, when you break out a day. But it's there now. And that's better. And also I added rainfall model forecasts and snowfall forecasts, but the snow is kind of worthless right now. But you can look at 5 different weather models that meteorologists legit look at to help forecast the weather. You can just kind of make your own forecast or at least look at the trends. Okay, see ya. Thank you. Bye.